Today, Emmanuel Schaefer is in Morocco. Apparently, there have been sightings of a rare wild animal here, and he's hunting for clues. He's just seen fresh tracks. The wind hasn't covered them over yet, so it can't be far away. They lead the way. He's spotted it, the new Ford Ranger Raptor. Man, he says, what an impressive sight.
Das ist natürlich schon beeindruckend. Wow.
Emmanuel says this kind of car might seem familiar to our American viewers because you'll find the F-150 Raptor there. Sadly, we can't buy it over here in Europe, but thanks to the Ranger, the Raptor has finally arrived here too. Here's a closer look at the design.
Kurzer Design-Check.
Just like with its big brother, the Ford logo is emblazoned across the radiator grille. The lateral air intakes and heavy-duty plastic off-road skirting also come from the F-150. A handy step helps you climb into the almost 1.9-metre tall pickup. Time to hit the dunes. We make our way across a long sandy beach to the nearest of them. Emmanuel switches quickly from 2 to 4-wheel drive to find out what the Raptor really has to offer. He has 6 different driving modes to choose from. There's even one for sand. However, Emmanuel says he's still finding it pretty rough going, despite all the extra assistance. Driving over a dune like this, you can't tell whether the sand is firm or soft. You have to keep hitting the gas until you're over the top, he says. Otherwise, you could get stuck pretty quickly. Sometimes you can do everything right and still end up stuck. But with a little help and the right tools, you can get yourself out again. The special off-road tyres on the Ranger Raptor are thoroughly suited to their purpose. You can use them on the road too, but they'll make your journey much louder. And anyway, this is a vehicle that belongs out here, in the great outdoors. The fine desert sand creeps into every nook and cranny here, says Emmanuel. As soon as he steps out of the car, his shoes are full of it. And of course, the interior isn't spared either. He says there's sand everywhere, and the car will definitely need a good vacuum later.
Und ja, da wird am Ende nur noch eins helfen, der Staubsauger.
Developed together with Ford Performance, the Ranger Raptor has a reinforced chassis of hardened steel. It also offers high performance, position-sensitive shock absorbers from the brand Fox, which made a name for itself through off-road racing. The pickup is powered by a 2-litre bi-turbo diesel engine that puts out 156 kilowatts. Its 500 Newton-meters of torque mean there's always enough power. A 10-speed automatic transmission comes as standard. Time to head out of the desert and get back on some kind of track. It looks like the local dogs are pleased to see us. The local camels a little less so. Little by little, the sand gives way to gravel, and soon the road grows pretty rocky. But of course, there's a suspension mode to match. You just need to select the one you want with the control on the steering wheel. Emmanuel says you need to keep your wits about you when driving off-road. If there's a stone the size of a medicine ball in your path, no suspension in the world is going to help you. If you hit it, you're likely to break something, so always be alert. Also standard, a locking rear wheel differential that allows both back wheels to spin independently of one another, depending on which has the better grip. Perched up high on its shock absorbers and with 2.3 steel millimeter underride guard, the Raptor stands out even alongside the normal Ranger. Even high speeds are no problem for this car, says Emmanuel. It actually feels quite relaxing, considering how rugged the terrain is. But that's why he switched on the special Baja off-road mode. The name comes from the legendary Baja 1000 off-road race in Mexico. Now there's just one more challenge in store for the Ranger Raptor. It's mastered desert and rocks. How about water? The truck plunges through without a hitch. Its nearly 30 centimeters of ground clearance keep it well out of trouble. The Raptor has fording capabilities of 85 centimeters, says Emmanuel, so can drive through water up to here. But he wouldn't leave it in there at that depth because the bed would probably fill up. The interior wouldn't be far behind, and the fine leather upholstery and large digital display would be devastated by a soaking. They almost make you forget that the Ranger Raptor is a utility vehicle. Its starting price, 67,000 euros in Germany, is also very steep for the class. Emmanuel says that visually the Ranger Raptor is a stunner in its class, and its off-roading abilities are also top-notch. The only improvement he would ask for is an engine similar to that of the pickup's big brother, the F-150. He'd appreciate a nice V8 with a guttural roar.